The P-47 is a series of fighters in the American air tree that represents the true expression of American bias. These planes can dominate every other plane in the game if the player knows how to fly it, but troglodytes still manage to get dominated by all the inferior countries. All it takes is a little thought about the plane's strengths and weaknesses to master the P-47, so let's jump into it. There are 4 models of the P-47 in-game: the D-22, D-25, D-28, and the N-15. All of them have an insane payload for the battle rating. Their max payloads are 2 1,000-pound stones, 1 500-pound stone, and 10 penetrating hot dogs. All of these also have 850 caliber freedom dispensers on the wings, allowing for a massive quantity of bullets to go down range. Combine this with the ability of these rounds to catch planes on fire, and you have one hell of a death machine. This means the P-47 can curb stomp players into the next dimension. If you go for a head-on, try to dodge using your superior roll rate. However, since there is a huge ass piece of steel between the enemy and your pilot, it's not always a bad idea to go balls deep and use your Liberty Salvo to end the life of whoever challenged your authority. The climb rates of all the P-47s are below average to average, so don't count on out-climbing literally any enemy except a heavy bomber. The proper climbing strategy for these planes follows this simple flow chart. Take off and watch the enemies as they appear. If you're higher than them, go ahead and engage, but if you aren't higher than them, climb more. This is what P-47 noobs mess up and overestimate the plane's ability because of its reputation. The P-47's survivability relies solely on one factor: altitude. The P-47 may be sluggish at low altitude, but once it reaches high altitude, around 6,000 meters, it becomes king and can outperform almost everything. This is thanks to its massively over-engineered supercharger that takes up the whole ass body of the plane. The golden rule of the Thunderbolt is to make sure to fly in straight lines, dive in straight lines, and do not even try to dogfight. If you try to dogfight something that has better performance than you at low altitudes, you die. If you try to dodge incoming fire, you die. The Thunderbolt is a drag bus with wings, not some weeb F1 with a finely tuned engine. In addition, the P-47's nickname wasn't the Jug for no reason. It performs like a jug, but it has one massive advantage over every other plane, and that is weight. If it gets in a sticky situation at altitude, it can utilize the sheer force of nature, called fucking gravity, to get out of it faster than a fat person running to fill their mouth up with grease fries at McDonald's. With its high top speed and high energy retention, there's little to no chance that a plane can catch up with it in a dive. The P-47 is a great ground attack aircraft because of its speed and payload. To use the stones properly, make sure to approach the problem at a moderate angle and have some speed to ensure that your payload hits the problem with maximum effect. It is at this point that I should make sure you have set a bomb delay of at least 2 seconds, otherwise your pilot will have a significant emotional event that sends them back to the hangar. For modifications, go for airframe and fuselage repair first, as you want to lighten up this fat ass of a plane as much as possible. Follow that with new belts and all the performance mods. Then research the weaponry for maximum freedom dispersion. Now get out there, and show everyone what it really means to make America great again.